Okay, boys and girls, this is our week 3 of our at-home lessons where we're going to practice at home. We've been talking about shapes at school. So today we're going to read a book about shapes, and then I have some activities that you're going to be able to do on your own. So the first thing that we're going to do today is I have a book called I Like Shapes by Shane Armstrong, illustrated by Cecilia Bausner. And we're going to read this story together. I like shapes. I like shapes. I like circles. And I like triangles. And notice in these pictures where they actually have the shape that we're talking about is in a different color, and they're all over the page. And ovals. And I like rectangles. And then they take those rectangles and turn them into something else. But best of all, I like squares. So out of all of the shapes in this story, the shape that she liked the best was squares. And today we're going to be doing an activity with squares. Your papers for today say squares, not squares. This is a T-graph. We're going to make sure the first thing that we're going to do is write our name on the paper so that Mrs. Meek knows that this is your paper. So if you haven't done that yet, do that first. Then we're going to tear the papers apart that are stapled, and on the second page you're going to have a bunch of different shapes. I'm going to ask you to get supplies out that you're going to need. You're going to need a glue stick or regular glue or tape at your house, whatever you have, some scissors, some crayons, and we always are going to need to use a pencil. For this, you're going to cut out each shape, and then you're going to sort them by squares, not squares. The first one I'm going to try with you. So I'm going to cut this one out. And I have a square, so I'm going to glue stick this. I just put a quick X on it. I'm going to glue that on the side that says squares. And then I want you to keep going. Look at each shape. If it's not a square, it goes here. If it's a square, it goes here. When you're done with that, you can throw away your paper scraps. And then on the back it says, today we read I Like Shapes. That was this book that we read here. Draw a square and turn it into something. So I'm going to go to the page that said squares. It was circles, triangles, ovals, rectangles, squares. So on the squares page, you are going to draw a square, and then you're going to turn your square into a picture. Now, do you see here how she has all kinds of decorations? She has glasses. She has barrettes. Take that shape, color it up, make it look fancy, turn it into something else. An example that I'm going to give for you is I'm going to turn mine into a house. So I'm going to add some extra detail here, and I'm going to turn it into a house. And then I would color this. I would add some windows. And then I'm going to try to stretch it out. And house starts with H. So I'm going to make my H. House. And it ends in an S. I want to see if you can try to label what your picture was so that we can see them, we can look at them, we can share them. And then you're going to turn these into Mrs. Meek, and some people that did a really nice job on them, I'm going to share. Make sure you do something different than this example that I gave you. I'm going to see how many different things we can come up with that we can share together. So today you're going to read the story about shapes, and then you're going to sort squares, not squares, and then on the back, you're going to make your own square and turn it into a picture and label it. I can't wait to see. And then next time, tune in. We're going to have a special visitor that's going to do our at-home activity with us. So see you next time.